Hello and welcome back to Singularity. I see we have a viewer. One fact I know is they're separate from the one subscriber I have. So hello new viewer. If you want to see more like this, just like the video and I'll probably make more. Because I'm super excited and super pumped up. And we're gonna go straight to this section because we didn't feature much in the last video. Let's see what we can do today. So if you like this video, just press like. Maybe say in the comments if you want more like this. And subscribe if you just want to see more of me in general. What's happening with your jaw there? Okay? Yeah. Got this dude. Well, let's get that. Now we only need one more of those. Sorry if this is kind of boring and kind of monotonous, but this seems to be a very long game. So, the viewer out there, if you don't want to see more of this, that's fine. I'll make maybe a few more, see how far I can get, and then at some point I'll probably stop. Got Vesta. Just need one rank up, and I'm guessing this is Jupiter. Well, gonna see if we can read everything on the primary simulation so we know what's happening, because I didn't get used to that last time, I guess. We just have to wait for it to load. That's good. So what do we have? We have the Milky Way. The Milky Way is the galaxy that contains our solar system. It is estimated to contain up to 400 billion stars. Okay, that makes me feel small. Located in the Orion Arm, our solar system is 27,000 light years from the galactic center. A supermassive black hole named Sagittarius A. Right then, that's scary. The sun is the star of our solar system, a gravitational planet, 8 planets and their moons, and countless asteroids and comets. Its nuclear energy bathes all the orbiting children in heat and light and a steady swirling of particles. Children? Why does it call them children? That's very weird. Gravitational forces exerted by the moon and the sun and the rotation of Earth turn the tides of the ancient oceans to advance life. Oh, that's cool. Just got to start reading off a few of these because I didn't last time. Sorry if it's boring. Just tell me not to in the comments if you don't want me to continue reading stuff like this. Stars are the power source of the universe, solar waves for of the nearby planets, and provide energy for millions of years. There's a star, I guess. I really don't know what to do. There's so many. Up the top, the little thing are going up a little slow, so gonna have to stall for time is basically what I'm doing here. Earth provides just the right mixture of chemicals, an abundance of water, and an oxygen-rich atmosphere, creating the ideal environment for developing life. Yeah, it's really a lot of chance that we exist. So, just put that in your mind, I guess. It's really up to a lot of chance that we even are here, which is scary as hell. Oh my god, what the hell. On the primeval planet Earth, an atmospheric solution rich in organic compounds set the ideal conditions for development of life. Yeah, see? Early the chance they hit Earth as well, and made the perfect conditions. And then every single being made a being able to live through the environment all the way through millions and millions of years just to get to you is just cool. I guess, I don't know. It's carbon dioxide produced by erupting historic volcanoes formed the Earth and was a major catalyst in making Earth habitable in its early stages of development. You have a little volcano there. That looks awesome. Ozone layer, yeah. The ozone layer in the Earth's stratosphere, okay, protects the planet from ultraviolet radiation. Over time, human population has damaged this essential barrier. Well, thanks for that. Why? That's just mean. Only blaming others. Well, yeah, it's kind of all our fault, isn't it? Never mind, continue. Atoms and molecules bond together to create amino acids, organic compounds that combine to build proteins. They are some of the most essential building blocks for life. Cool. Just cool. To produce a reaction, you must first have a catalyst. Enzymes act as a trigger for a biochemical reaction. They are necessary to kickstart the metabolic processes that sustain life. If you know what that means, please tell me, because I don't. I'm very stupid. I guess protein now. The building blocks of living cells. Proteins are molecules made from long chains of amino acids. Just looking. Oh, I see something that's. Alright, we'll get there. Polypeptides. When amino acids bond together to create a chain that becomes an integral building block in creating proteins. Then why is it off here and not leading up to proteins if it makes proteins? Plasma membrane. The plasma membrane protects the interior of cells from the environment. That's cool. Bacteria are unicellular microorganisms that have cell walls but none of the organelles that make up multicellular organisms. While some can make you sick, most bacteria are harmless and many are actually necessary for you to survive. That was long. Nucleotides. Nucleotides are the chemical compounds that build the foundation for DNA and RNA. Well, I can see that, yeah. A molecule with the unique property of self-replication. DNA's infinite configurations. From the foundation of all evolutionary changes, it contains the genetic instruction for all life on Earth. Infinite, huh? So that's even more chance thrown in the mix. RNA is responsible for transferring genetic code from the nucleus to ribosomes to make proteins. It controls gene expression and regulation. And DNA replication is just over here. The basic for biological inheritance, DNA replicates by producing identical copies of existing DNA. No way. So that traits can be passed on from one organism to its offspring. Yeah, cool. Chromosomes are DNA molecules containing genetic material. They preserve genomic sequences and allow for traits to be passed from parent to offspring. Okay. Uh, Prokaryotic cell, the first living organism. These tiny unicellular organisms lacked a memory-wrapped nucleus, but paved the way for the rest of life to begin. I love how it's literally just a diagram of the prokaryotic cell, one of those you find in science class, where it's like the cut in half version, so you can see the inside. That's alright. Wait, is it like... yeah, it's just floating around like that as well. Literally just cut in half. So are the other ones. They're literally just the things you find in science class, little models that are like, have a huge section cut of them so you can see the inside. That's just... Alright then, sure. Virus. A virus is a biological agent that replicates within other cells. Surprisingly, its ability to infiltrate the DNA of other organisms is one reason that humans even exist. Well, I'm glad I got those then. Just don't... What am I supposed to do about that, huh? Put that in my brain, I guess. If it wasn't for viruses, we wouldn't exist. Yet they're killing us off. Even more recently. Oh. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Yeah, the powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria are organelles that converts glucose to energy. Well, yeah. Cool. A cell's control center. The nucleus contains the chromosomes that house DNA. Flagellum is a tail-like appendage that protrudes from a cell body and helps it to move around. Yeah, that's what that is. Eukaryotic cell. The prokaryotic cell is more complex cousin. Eukaryotic cells have a nucleus to store genetic information. Fungi, plants, animals, and protozoa are all built prokaryotic cells. Sorry, eukaryotic cells. And that's why we have this mushroom over here. That makes a little more sense. Because it's part of the fungi group. Don't know why I said it like that. Cytoplasm is a gel-like, colorless substance. I can see color right there. It's purple. That fills the inside of a eukaryotic cell. It is secured by the cell membrane and all of the organelles float in it. Oh, are those the organelles? Oh. Never mind then. Tissue. Our groups of cells come together to perform a specific function. Organs are formed by groups of tissues. Chloroplasts. Sorry. I'm really sick today. Like, really sick. Don't know what happened. Only in plant cells they contain the pigment chlorophyll, and a rapid process of photosynthesis takes place. Ignore my random singing. Filter feeding. Pathway of vitamin nourishment involves having nutrients filtered through an organism's body. This is the feeding method of choice for shellfish, krill, and sponges. They're sponges. Phagocytic cell. Phagocytes, or white blood cells, are cells that have the ability to ingest other cells. So, like, eat them, are harmful foreign particles and are essential for reducing immunity to infectious or contaminating agents. Nice. I really don't know what to say. Coral coral is a marine invertebrate with a hard calcium carbonate exoskeleton. Cool. Colonies of corals that grow together can create reefs. Diverse underwater ecosystems that provide a home for many sea creatures. Okay. Oscula. As sponges gain nutrients by letting water pass through them, they also need a way to excrete what's left over. The oscula is a hole where this wastewater passes out of the sponge when it's done feeding. So, a sponge butthole. Yeah, that's just a sponge butthole. Alright then. Sponge. Is that your butthole then? That thing at the top? The world's first multicellular organism. Sponges are stationary filter feeders. They are a product of multiple eukaryotic cells coming together. That's cool, sponge. That's very cool. Mitosis is a process of asexual reproduction where one cell divides into two identical cells. Oh. It occurs only in eukaryotic cells and enables single-celled organisms to multiply. Ribosomes are tiny particles that help to synthesize proteins and polypeptides in the cell. Asexual reproduction. Similar to mitosis, asexual reproduction is the process by which an entire organism is produced from a single parent. Some types of asexual reproduction are budding, sporification, and parthenogenesis. Are you saying spores like of plants, the smell of them? That's just sperm. We're just sniffing their ew. Organisms with hermaphroditism have either a complete or partial set of both male and female reproductive systems. Oh! Animals with hermaphroditism include clownfish, earthworms, and snails. Well, I didn't know that. A long method of cell multiplication involving both meiosis and mitosis. Sexual reproduction combines genetic information from two individuals of different types or sexes to create a new organism. Yep, a long method indeed. Alright then. Muscles. Muscles are fibrous tissue in an animal's body with the ability to contract. This action enables the muscles to move, in turn moving the bones that are attached to them. Nice. And swimming. Are none of these already swimming? Well, no, I guess they're just donking around the screen. Yeah, let's look into swimming. Well, no, I already have it. Then what are they doing? The simple act of swimming gave many organisms the ability to move from one location to another for the first time. Okay. Yeah, Jellyfish. Jellyfish are soft-bodied, free-swimming aquatic animals with a gelatinous umbrella-shaped body and long floating tentacles. They can propel themselves through water by pulsing their body. Not gonna talk about the whole stinging thing. Bioluminescent. We got honey badgers. Honey badgers are common mammals found in Africa, Southwest Asia, and the Indian subcontinent. They are known for their ferocious fighting nature and long, flexible bodies. Okay. Enzyme catalyst reactions in their cells enable some creatures to emit light from their bodies. Organisms can do this, include some species of insects, jellyfish, and fungi. Fungi? Well, some of it, then, I'm guessing, can just glow. Kinetocytes, one of the first organic weapons. These are explosive cells that fire a toxic harpoon for self-defense and hunting. I'm sorry, what? They just have a harpoon attached to them? Polyps are non-mobile sea-dwelling creatures that consisting of a tube with a mouth surrounding by tentacles. Some examples of polyps include coral and sea anemones. And why is coral down here? It's getting very confusing. Nervous system. The nervous system is a network of cells that send stimuli through an organism's body in the form of electrical impulses. It is controlled by a central brain. I have a brain. Probably. Radial symmetry. Organisms that can be divided into identical pieces around a central point. This form of symmetry is more complex than bilateral symmetry. Flatworm. The flatworm is the fourth organism with bilateral symmetry, okay, which enables the beginnings of the brain and internal organs. Nice. These simple creatures set the stage for vertebrates to come. Thank you for doing that, I guess. Cocoon. Fertilized eggs are encased in a cocoon with a flatworm's body. The cocoon is released into the ocean waters. The cocoon provides nourishment to the egg, which will develop and later hatch. Organisms with identical left and right sides, a head and tail display bilateral symmetry. This adaptation helped early organisms to develop more complex nervous systems. That's cool. Miniature skin, I guess. Unlike sponges and jellyfish, flatworms possess a layer of organized cells in between their outer membrane and their inner lining of their digestive space. Okay. Nerve cord. The nerve cord is a bundle of nerve fibers that run down an animal's body. Alone they form a simple version of the nervous system. Right then, we have a heart. The heart is an organism dedicated to pumping blood through an organism. Yes, the center of the circulatory system, this organ is essential for keeping an animal alive. Okay, please don't take my heart away, game. You're scaring me every time you say something. Vertebrae are bones that protect the spinal cord. They are the literal backbone of evolution. Ah, well, funny. Predation. Predation is the biological interaction where one animal becomes an aggressor or predator and eats another animal to prey. That is a gruesome picture. Okay. Pigment spot. A light-sensitive receptor. The pigment spot was a primitive eye. That's supposed to be an eye. It allowed early organisms to know light from dark. Oh. Okay. I guess. Why that picture? Evolving from a humble pigment spot, the eyeball is a round, jelly-like organ. Ew. It processes light into electrical signals that travel from a retina to our brain. These signals are turned into images, enabling us to see. Cool. Fish. With fins to maneuver the ancient seas, fish evolved from the less agile invertebrates and rapidly diversified to take control of the oceans. Excretion opening. Most creatures develop a specific hole through which waste is exclusively excreted. This is necessary to evolve a complex digestive system. Jaw. The articulated bones that surround the mouth, jaws make respiration and nutrition more efficient. They enable chewing, hold the teeth, and protect the tongue and soft palate. Didn't like how that was worded. Fish egg. A self-contained life support system designed to help an embryo survive in a wet environment. The egg increases the reproductive rate of fish. Fish eggs are jelly-like and sometimes semi-translucent. Why do you describe it that way? Fins. The proto-limb fins would eventually develop into hind legs. That would help mammals, reptiles, birds, and amphibians travel on land. Legs. Legs evolve from fins to fulfill an organism's need to support their body weight, a trait essential for migrating from the oceans onto dry land. Quadrupedalism. Animals that stand and walk on four legs are called quadrupeds. This adaptation requires strong joints and allows animals to stand further from the ground and travel greater distances. Yes, indeed. Gills. Gills. Gills are respiratory organs that allow fish to extract oxygen from the water around them. This lets them breathe underwater. Cool. Lungfish. Lungfish are freshwater fish that first became abundant in the Triassic era. They breathe air and can survive on dry land by burrowing into the mud with their fins. Okay. Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded animals rely on external heat sources to control their body temperature. This allows them to have conservative metabolisms and save energy, but can also make them vulnerable to overheating, freezing. Cool. Watertight epidermis. Scales and waterproof skin to help reptiles to walk on land, freeing them from the constant threat of dehydration that plagues amphibians. Lungs. Evolving from swim bladders in fish. The gas-filled bladders called lungs gave tetrapods the ability to breathe air and the means to function on land. That's cool. Tetrapod. The original colonizers. Ha, funny. Tetrapods were the first water dwellers to develop legs and amphibious breathing and to crawl onto dry land. What is wrong with your face? Look at that. What is this? I know it says tetrapod, but goddamn. Medulla oblongata. Structure located in the lower part of the brainstem. The medulla controls the automatic functions of the body, including heartbeat, breathing, and sleeping. It evolved in fish around 500 million years ago and forms a large portion of the reptile brain. That was a long explanation, so thank you for that, I guess. Ear. Oh. A refined version of an organism's ability to sense vibrations in the air. Ears allow creatures to hear when a potential predator is sneaking up on them, or when their prey is trying to escape. Cool. Tree bone ear, also known as the middle ear. These three bones, the hammer, anvil, and stirrup, are a set of organic levers that regulate the perception of sound. Okay, but why were they called that? Scaled epidermis. Thick, rough skin covered in scales allows the reptiles to live on land without needing to return to the water periodically to survive. Amphibians lack this advantage, which led reptiles to become the dominant species on land for millennia. Nice, nice, cool. Eggshell. An egg is a self-contained life support system filled with amniotic fluid that enables reproduction to be possible outside of wet environments. Reptiles, birds, and a handful of rare mammals lay eggs. You have ecdysis. When a reptile outgrows its old skin, it will shed it so that it can continue to grow. After the old dry skin has been shed, the reptile will eat it to gain valuable nutrients. Cool. Anyway, viewers, if you're enjoying this, please like. If you want to see more of me, subscribe. If you don't want me explaining more of this, just tell me in the comments. On the other hand, if you want me to do more explaining and reading these things, just tell me. Oh my god, he looks like an evil muppet. Modern reptiles can trace their roots back to the early archosaurs. While they are a shadow of their former selves, they still carry some of their ancient ancestors' traits. That's nice. Insectivore. When the Cretaceous biology and extinction event killed the most larger animals and shook up the food chain, insects became a reliable source of sustenance for the proto-mammals and birds. And basking. Cold-blooded animals like lizards lie in the sun in activity called basking to raise their body temperature. Since they are incapable of thermoregulation, this makes their metabolism more efficient. Archosaur. Aurea. Alright. Archosaurs were the ancestors of dinosaurs and eventually evolved into birds and crocodilia. By tracing their lineage of these modern animals back to the archosaurs, we can follow the path of evolution all the way back to the Triassic era. Protruding nostrils. Crocodilians have nostrils that sit on the top of their snouts. They stay above water when the crocodilian submerges itself while hunting, so it can continue to breathe. Sensitive hearing. Crocodilians have very sharp hearing. Special muscles help to protect their eardrums while they are underwater, making their hearing just as good above or below the surface. You have a patient predator. Many reptiles can lay in wait of their prey for a long time, hiding underwater or camouflaged in undergrowth. These predators wait patiently for just the right moment to strike. Nice. Saltwater habitat. Crocodiles are adapted to live in a saltwater environment. They have special salt glands that help filter their salinated habitat. Crocodile. Crocodiles have long, narrow heads with a pointy snout. Their upper and lower jaws are the same width, unlike alligators. Oh, so that's how you tell the difference. They commonly live in salt water and are the most aggressive member of the crocodilian family. Cool, cool. Freshwater. Oh, that's the second version of how to tell the difference. While alligators have the same salt glands as crocodiles, they have evolved to be non-functional due to the fact that alligators live in freshwater environments. Alright. Alligator. Native only to the US and China. Alligators have a broad snout and a darker coloration than crocodiles. They live mostly in fresh water and have a distinctive overbite. Oh, alligators have overbites. Crocodiles don't. And gharial is differentiated from crocodiles and alligators by their long, thin snout. Oh, okay. Lined with many sharp teeth, this snout is specifically adapted for catching fish. Gharials, I can see the snout now, live mostly in the Indian subcontinent and are currently endangered animals. Oh no. Their long thin snouts make them easily differentiated from alligators or crocodiles. Nice. Squamates. Squamates make up the largest order of reptiles. They are notable for their scaly skin and flexible skull bones. Oh, they are the second largest order of vertebrates on the planet. Shells. Growing out of their ribs and acting as a shield, the turtle's shell helps to protect their body from accidents and predators. Beaks. Inside of their bony beaks, turtles eat using a combination of horny ridges, which are believed to have replaced their teeth around 150 million years ago, and strong jaws. Turtle. Originally emerged during the Middle Jurassic period, turtles are one of the oldest of groups of living reptiles. They are known for their distinctive shells. Swift and streamlined sea turtles are specifically designed for swimming in the ocean. They must regularly surface from underwater to breed. Sea turtle. Look at his face, he's like smirking. Sea turtles cannot retract their heads and limbs into their shells like other turtles, but they are ideally designed for swift and streamlined swimming. They can grow up to 3 meters in length. Slow speed. Turtles are known for their slow and methodical pace, as they are generally herbivores. They do not need to chase their food, though their lack of speed can make them a target for predators. Hiding. Some turtles can retract their head and legs into their shell as a defensive measure. They can allow them to survive attack from birds, and large mammals. Box turtle. Box turtles are small reptiles that are often kept as pets. They split their time between dwelling on land and in freshwater ponds. Like many species of turtles, they can live for over 100 years. Nice dude, nice long lifespan. They can already live up to 100 years, what do you mean? Galapagos tortoises can live for almost 200 years? They have been shown to have long memories, and the oldest recorded tortoise is 185 years old. Is? Like, still alive? Galapagos tortoises are unique animals growing up to weigh over 400 kilograms and with lifespans of almost 200 years. Look at him. They vary physically depending on their habitat and observation that Charles Darwin used to help form his theory of evolution in 1835. Yeah, just sneak that in there. Strong jaws. The common snapping turtle's strong jaws are highly mobile neck allows it to have a powerful and dangerous bite. They have been known to sever human fingers, prey upon other reptiles, and sometimes even hunt birds and small mammals. Okay. Snapping turtle. Watch your fingers. The common snapping turtle has strong jaws, a highly mobile neck, and a notorious grumpy disposition. Prehensile toe. The turtles have long prehensile tongues that they use for eating, cleaning themselves, and sensing the environments around them. Lizard. That's a chameleon. A mainly carnivorous group of reptiles, the lizards include over 6,000 distinct species and are located in every continent except Antarctica. Okay. Sticky fingers. Geckos have adhesive pads on their feet that allow them to stick to surfaces. This ability is improved by higher humidity but reduced when the geckos submerge in water or on a material with low surface energy, such as Teflon. What? Teflon? Gecko. Geckos are small lizards that live in tropical and desert climates. They are notable for their distinctive vocalizations, lack of eyelids, and ability to stick to surfaces. They feed on insects and are usually nocturnal. Color changing. Big shifting in by shifting the distance between the pigments in their skin and the layer of lining crystals beneath them. Chameleons can change the wavelength of light that hits them, altering the color of their epidermis. Dope. Chameleon. With long tongues and prehensile tails, chameleons are very unique lizards. Their eyes are capable of independent movement, giving them full 360-degree vision. Some species are even able to change the color of their scales. Tail regeneration. Oh my god. Skinks can lose their tails when threatened or stressed. Their tail will drop off, allowing them to escape from predators that may have caught them and will later regrow. Skink. Look at his happy face. Little small head. Most skinks have small legs and thick bodies, with little to no visible neck. They have the ability to shed their tails if caught by a predator as an evasive maneuver, and can regrow the lost part of their tail. Cool. Sudden speed. Oh my. What the hell? Iguanas have a high density of fast glycolytic muscle fibers, which allows them to move very, very fast in short bursts. This helps them to escape predators, but can only be used for a short period of time as it uses a high amount of energy. Iguana. Well, he seems grumpy. Iguanas are herbivorous reptiles native to tropical regions. They have a series of elongated scales that run down their back, come in a variety of colors, and are popular as pets. And finally, almost finally on this section, deadly bite. The Komodo dragon has a vicious bite that secretes an anticoagulant agent that helps to kill their prey. Komodo dragon. Look at the size of him. The largest known species of lizard, Komodo dragon, is the apex predator on the islands where it lives. It dates back to more than 3.5 million years ago. Well, I think that's enough of today. Yes, how long has this been going? This has been going 43 minutes. Yeah, I better end it.